Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a review of something that is always with me, something that I really like. It's my favorite color. I know you've probably already read the title, but just play along please. And it is Last Chance for Guesses, even though I know you read the title. My watch. I am really excited to talk about this because obviously I wear it all the time. It's always with me. I use it for a lot of things and I'm just excited to talk about it. Most people actually think this is an Apple Watch. At least when I moved to Honduras, all my students were asking me, "Oh, miss, is that an Apple Watch?" And I was like, "No, it's actually a Fitbit." And they had no idea what that was. Let me talk about my history with fitness watches, which is pretty short, honestly. Before I went to college, I got a very small watch that I somehow found that was on sale or something, because I got it for like 20 bucks. And I ordered it in time for college so that I would have an alarm that was silent, because it had alarms on it, so it would just vibrate to wake me up. So I got that to use as an alarm for college, and because I was curious about steps and all the other sort of things it also offered. But in my first year of college, I lost it somehow. I mean, it was only $20, so thankfully wasn't that big of a loss, but I did really like it, and I did eventually want to look into getting a new one. Fast forward a couple years, and I actually got this one for Christmas. So this was a surprise. I didn't know I was getting it, and I was very happy about it. So this is a Fitbit Versa. You probably cannot see much, it's just the black face. It is a Fitbit Versa. I'm pretty sure it's the first edition. People nowadays have their fancy Apple Watches and everything, but this has everything I need and it's not too much. And people think it's an Apple Watch anyways, so I don't really care about not having an Apple Watch. But I really like this Fitbit. Some of the things I use it for are obviously telling time. It'll tell me the time. You can adjust the face of the watch to be whatever sort of face you want. And on my face, I have how many steps I've taken that day, how many calories I burned this day, my current heart rate, I have the date, and the time, obviously. And then when you swipe up, as you can see, you swipe up, and then from there, you can see, if it loads, from there you can see how many steps, and it'll tell you some other things as well, like calories burned, active minutes, how many miles you've walked, and staircases you've climbed. So it has a lot of little cool things that it tells you. It also tells you my average steps for this week, which is pretty low because I've just been working from home, doing nothing. Another thing I like about it is every hour you need to get 250 steps, but you can edit which hours you need to get those steps. So for me, I have it between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So if I don't have 250 steps by the end of the hour, it buzzes me and says, "You have this many steps left." So usually that gets me up a little bit if I'm not busy with something, and then I try to get those steps. But I really like that because it gets you active every hour, so you're not just sitting for long periods of time, which is a big problem with our generation. This thing also tracks your sleep. It gives you a sleep score as well. My sleep score has been pretty low lately because I've been staying up late, waking up early, so it's kind of a wreck, but it tells me 6 hours and 51 minutes last night, and I had a sleep score of 78. Not very good. It also tells me my exercises I've done this week. For example, on Monday I did a workout, so it tells me the workout, how many calories I burned, and how long it lasted. So that's really nice. I really like using this to track my workouts. I don't really do anything with the information, but it is nice to just sort of have a feeling like, oh, okay, I got my goal of 5 days of exercise this week. You can adjust that goal also. And it also has an app. So all of the things that you see in here can be edited in the app or also on their website if you log in. The other things that you can do, so as I mentioned, you can edit which exercises are in the list of exercises here. So I have strength workout, running, walking, biking, weights. All of those are on the main screen. Then I just tap more if I want to see other workouts like swimming or treadmill or elliptical. But they used to not have the second screen. It used to just be the main ones, but now they added that so you don't have to have it edited in the app to have the right workouts on the main screen. So I really like tracking my workouts with that. Another thing, as I mentioned at the beginning, I originally got a fitness tracker to wake me up. So I have alarms here, and you can change the time of the alarm, which days it goes off. They also have a nice feature that is called Smart Wake. So if you want to be woken up at a time that is more natural in your sleep cycle, you can just select the Smart Wake option, and it will wake you up to half an hour before the time that is set on the alarm, all the way up to the exact time that the alarm is set for. So I really like that. I really like having an alarm that is not a noisy phone. It's nice having an alarm that's just vibrating my wrist. I just wake up peacefully, and it doesn't disturb any roommates I have. That is also very nice. It also has this relax feature, which you can do if you're trying to do some breathing exercises. So it will tell you to breathe in as the circle is expanding, and then breathe out as the circle is closing. That's nice if you need a nice breathing or meditation session. I haven't used that one in a while. There are a lot of things on this watch that I don't even use, which is why I feel like I don't really need an Apple Watch. Another thing is that this can give you notifications. If you swipe down from the top, you can see your notifications. But personally, and I think a lot of other people feel this way also, we already have too many screens in our lives. For work, I'm always at the computer, and then for anything else that I'm doing on my phone, that takes up a lot of time. I don't really need something else buzzing at me and giving me notifications and distracting me. So I have notifications turned off, disabled on here, because I don't need it. And other things they have weather, tells me the degrees in Celsius though. I don't know how to change that. And it has a timer. I use this also when I'm cooking. If I need a quick timer for something, then I can just adjust it if I need it at a different time. Settings, tips, agenda. What is this? Let me see, because I'm telling you, I don't even use half the stuff on this thing. I mainly use it for tracking workouts. I use it for my alarm clock in the morning. I use it for a timer, and that's about it, honestly. So I don't need all the fancy features, but it can apparently connect to your Spotify or Pandora or Strava or Agenda. If you have those apps, I think it can connect to them. Oh, it has a find phone feature. If I scroll to the back, you can actually see all the different watch faces I have had. But usually if you want to change the clock face, you have to do it from the app in your phone. The app on your phone can also help you track your weight if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight or maintain weight. It can do that for you. Also, if you're a woman, it tracks your cycle. So you can edit a lot of things on this. My step goal is just set at the standard 10,000. But yeah, a lot of this stuff can be edited. And I think it's just a really quality watch, and I don't need another screen to tell me my notifications. I don't really need an Apple Watch. I hardly use all the features of this one. One thing I did want to talk about is if it's waterproof. So that's pretty important for most people, especially if you're into swimming or water activities. I was pretty careful about the first year that I wore it, or maybe the first 1.5 years. I never put it in the water, never brought it in the ocean with me or the pool or anything. Took it off when I showered, and it was fine. But then eventually I thought, you know what? Sometimes I'm doing hikes and they're going in water a little bit. I want to see how many steps I'm getting, and it says it's waterproof, so I'm going to test it. So when I was in the Dominican Republic in this past year, I started testing it and bringing it in the water with me sometimes. And it stayed working perfectly fine. So I was happy to see that it lives up to what it says. It's waterproof. But then I came back here. I went to the beach a couple weeks ago actually, and I wore it in the ocean. I came out, and for the next week or so it was having problems, and this button, the main button, was not working. I was so scared. I was like, please no, please don't break. But eventually now the button works again, and I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I'm never taking it in the water again because I don't want to risk it. It's already 2.5 years old, so it's lasted me pretty long. But when the button was broken, I was looking it up online and seeing if other people have had this problem, and it is a pretty common problem. I heard people's Fitbits just completely stopped working when they took it in the water. So I really don't want that to happen because I really like this a lot, and I'm just gonna not bring it in the water from now on. So I still have the original bands, but as you might have noticed, this is a different color, and that is because the one that originally came with the watch just sort of snapped, I think from this trying to get in it so many times. So it snapped, and I ordered some knockoffs on Amazon. I can't say I would recommend them, but once again, all I needed was this part, so I wasn't going to buy a completely new wristband because I looked at it on the Fitbit website and that was like upwards of $20 versus I got like 5 different colors of the knockoffs on Amazon, and I just needed this part, so it works. This one's not the best. It's kind of dirty, but you know, it does the job. So overall, I am very grateful for this gift. I'm very grateful that I have this watch. I really like using it to track my steps, to keep me active every hour, and to use as an alarm clock and track my workouts. I will link it in the description. This is a great fitness watch if you're just looking for something simple, something maybe to get you a little more active. It also has workouts on it. I didn't mention this, but it does have like a trainer, so you can tap on the workout and it'll tell you what workout to do. But there's also more of that on the app. Overall, I really like it, even though I don't use half the features, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for something that's maybe not as expensive as an Apple Watch. I would definitely say go for the Fitbit Versa because I have loved it for the past 2.5 years. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it or learned something. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!